Have you struggled to find a security system that worked great for your homestead? Well, we sure did, and today we're going to compare SimpliSafe and Vivint to see what works best, and I think you might be surprised at the result. Now, I know what you're going to say. There are a lot more options than just SimpliSafe or Vivint, and yes, you're right. I picked these two because not only do I have the most experience with these two, but I think they represent two of the best and most popular options on the market today. So we will compare a few things about them and rank them out of 5 stars for each category, including costs up front, monthly cost, installation, variety of sensors, quality of interface, and security of the security system, and see who wins at the end of the video. Our sample home for today will use a 2-bedroom home, and our sample systems will include a control panel, motion detector, glass break sensor, 4 door and window sensors, and a smoke alarm. Let's start with cost up front. SimpliSafe has a very transparent pricing structure with everything shown on their website where you can order all of their items. So for our sample home and system, our total came to $394.91, which can be split up in monthly payments to offset the initial cost. This is still a significant amount, so I just gave it an average rating of 3 stars. For Vivint, their pricing structure is actually not very transparent. They don't advertise the cost of their equipment on their website, and you must speak to a rep on the phone to get the pricing, so it's kind of hard to find. But from what I could find, you can expect to pay between $600 and $800 for a simple system, but just like SimpliSafe, you can split that up into monthly payments to offset the initial cost. Due to the higher cost of the initial setup, I did only give Vivint 2 stars for this category. Next, let's look at monthly costs. SimpliSafe has 2 options for this. You can choose to get standard professional monitored service, which you'd normally expect, for about $30 a month. But with SimpliSafe, you also have the option to just choose self-monitoring, which won't alert a call center if you have an event, which roundly runs about $9.99 a month. Now, I wouldn't recommend this option though, because central monitoring is key to any security system. And because of the price point of professional monitoring, I gave SimpliSafe 4 stars. For Vivint, they only offer professional monitoring, and that comes in at the same price of $30 a month, so it's only fair I gave them 4 stars also, because still pretty affordable for that peace of mind. Thirdly, let's talk about installation type and cost of installation. The installation of these systems is super important to ensure they function properly, and unless you're an expert, I would highly recommend professional installation. It also makes it a lot easier. Now, for SimpliSafe, you actually have the option to have equipment shipped directly to you for a self-install that's free, and if you want a professional installation, which is actually fairly new for them to be honest, it starts at $124.99. Vivint, on the other hand, offers professional installation included with the cost of the system. When we had our Vivint installed, it was a super easy and smooth process. The tech was in and out of our house in less than 2 hours, and we haven't had any issues at all, outside of some dead batteries in the couple of years we've had the system. In terms of a variety of sensors, both SimpliSafe and Vivint have a similar variety, although SimpliSafe does offer a few more options in terms of accessories like key fobs and extra keypads. For that reason, I gave SimpliSafe 4 stars for their variety and Vivint only 3 just because they have slightly less options. Next, we have the security of the security system. Trust me, it matters, and it actually matters in this one. If you have seen my video about jamming SimpliSafe, you'll know how easy it is to jam the system and bypass certain sensors. If you haven't, it'll be up in a link below or above. For that reason, I only gave SimpliSafe 2 stars. I would have given it less, but there's kind of some expertise and knowledge that you have to be able to do that jamming and get past that system, so it's not like someone could just do it on a whim. For Vivint, their system is actually much more secure. They don't use the same frequency bands that SimpliSafe does, and they actually have better tamper-proofing, and it's encrypted. Hence, I gave Vivint 4 stars for the security of the security system. But finally, let's talk about the quality of the interface with the user. This is where I found the largest disparity. SimpliSafe has a very simple, monochromatic screen with a minimal interface on the keypad outside of arming and disarming it. Then the app is also very non-user intuitive, and you can't access things easily like the current status of the sensors or cameras. I was very underwhelmed, to be honest. On the other hand, Vivint's control panel has a full color touchscreen and has all the options on it you would need. You can check the status of any sensor and even view any of the connected cameras. The app is just as good too. It actually has a similar view as the panel does. It's just a super huge improvement over the SimpliSafe app. For that reason, I give the SimpliSafe user interface only 2 stars and the Vivint 5. That makes it pretty clear. The Vivint system is the winner today. And while it can be a touch more expensive, it is definitely more secure, better looking, and a lot more user intuitive. If you want something you can wholly trust your family with at all times, Vivint is definitely the way to go. With that being said, SimpliSafe is a good option and didn't finish too far behind. So if money is tight and needs something to do basic security functions, SimpliSafe is definitely a good option if you need to do it on the cheap. So thank you guys for joining us. If you have any questions about either of these systems, or if you want some comparisons to other systems, please let me know in the comments below and I'd be happy to take a look and get those out for you guys. So thank you very much, and we'll talk to you soon.